Hello there. Thank you so much for joining. I wanted actually to say thank you so much for all of you supporters out there. I really appreciate you, and I don't know if I say this enough, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed and you like this video and you like to subscribe, don't forget to do that at the end. Not now, but at the end, okay? And I want to get started because this is going to be one of those big shots of January 2023 beginnings. Let's see what is going on. Let's get the piles set up and ready to roll, and we'll get started shortly after. All right, so we've got the 6 of coins in reverse. We've got the 3 of staff, and we've got the 13, which is the death card, and it's called Mout. All right, so I'll leave these up for you for a couple secs, and then we'll get started shortly. Welcome, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your predictions for 2023 January. So let's get started and see what's going on. We'll put this one up here. Let's go ahead and check for romance first and work our way through. All right, so let's see what is going on in the romance department for you. So we've got the 8 of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. All right, pile number 1. It seems like somebody, you feel controlled by somebody. Feel like that there's been situation that you've been working on right now where somebody has the leading hand. All right, so whether it's you or your partner that has the upper hand, I feel like that this is something that you're kind of clearing out right now. There's that maybe opportunity of seeing things differently, maybe expressing yourselves a little bit more than versus feeling trapped and maybe, unintentionally saying the wrong things. That's what I'm getting here for you. I feel like there's a backstabbing, maybe proper, even balancing right now is something that you are working on right now. And also the peace offering, I feel like with the Page of Cups, maybe even trying to initiate that peace offering situation by you or by that somebody. So January, I feel like it's going to be a situation where you're going to be leading or giving yourself that opportunity of figuring things out, okay, and where you want to be and possibly balancing the situations. There's always a choice, okay? And some of you might even think of the fact of leaving things behind, or even the idea behind on that situation, or maybe even moving forward with a different one. It's always an empowerment moment for you as well. Pile number 1, challenging and also empowering at the same time. So for some of you, you might be leaving somebody behind. For some of you, you're going to be checking on different options and alternatives, and a lot of reassessment, thinking about, is this really good for me? Is this really what I want? Is this where I want to be at? All right. So I feel like with the 6 of coins, and I'm going to be doing the 6 of coins with every single direction that we take, is because of what we're looking at right now of this scenario. This one fits very well in because we're seeing also the imbalance of the give and take with the 6 of coins. So obviously it just feels like maybe there also is financial burden in the romance department. And if you're not in a relationship right now and you truly want to be in one, I feel like this is also the time where you're actually setting your boundaries and setting the goals for something to come into your life, and maybe possibly seeing what chances are out there. Maybe this is the past for you, for the ones that don't have a relationship right now, and this might be the past experience for you, right? That you've been burned before a lot of times, and that you're looking for that somebody that comes in and kind of saves the day. But you feel like that confidence level that you have, they have to also meet. And it cannot be just side, like it has to be like 100% and 100%, like not the 50-50 kind of deal. I feel like that you've learned your lesson and that you want that person to be involved in your life regardless of which. Let's see what else we've got. The 3 of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Obviously, confidence is a big thing for you. I feel like maybe that coldness is also what you also are showing to the universe right now, and especially in your romance, because of the fact that you've been feeling strong, right? You're feeling now motivated, and that you can actually give the cold shoulder to somebody and not feeling remorseful for it. Some of you maybe have thought of walking away, but felt like, you know what, let's just take time right now to reflect and think things through before we make any choices, situations, right, in your life. So I feel like that's some kind of reoccurring situation. I feel like for a lot of my readings for the beginning of the January moment is that feeling of kind of thinking about things, observing, realizing what you have and realizing where to go from there. And sorry, I'm trying to find my cards here and I'm making a lot of movements here. And I feel like that is also, taking a step back and thinking about things before doing. And with that, I'm also going to bring out, and these are my, I'm going to put them out here. These are just my kind of like manifesting cards, I guess, or I guess abundance card. No, they're not abundance. They're greeting card. I don't know. Well, I'll just put them out there and you can see and tell. So we've got the keep going, believe in yourself, love beyond words, laugh every day, learn from yesterday. I feel like that this is a clear message for this department here, and the love department is exactly what we were talking about. So obviously they kind of work, whether or not, I don't even know what to call them, but I just kind of make them myself. So, but I feel like that this is the whole keep going, love, laugh, learn, all right, and believe in yourself, because this is exactly where you want to go from there. So we're going to move this away, and then let's get started here with the finance opportunities. Okay, so this is a big one for a lot of you, and it's a big one for me. So let's go and clear those ones with they've been actually pretty good to me, these cards for finance. So we're gonna keep them going, keep them alive, let's just say. So we're gonna try this and see what's going on with pile number 1's finance. All right, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Swords, and this one just came out as well, right? We've got the 7 of Swords. This is very interesting. So I feel like there's that holding of being confident about what you have, but also taking time to rest, taking time to think about things, because I feel like somebody has done you dirty. All right, so I think that right now it's kind of like that recovery moment. All right, gaining momentum about your situation, pile number 1. Maybe whatever has been happening in your finances has taken really much a toll because of somebody or because of situation. Now, it doesn't always need to be a somebody, but it could be a situation. So something has been taken away from you. All right, so let's see. With the 6 of coins, again, because we're seeing that fluctuation of money back and forth, I feel like this is also that step with the 7 of Swords. That is, it is what it is. So we've got the Mother Star, which is also the Yes card. So whatever you've been asking for, I feel like this is coming to that moment of truth, okay? Saying, yes, this is going to happen. We've got the Page of Cups and also the 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you, it might just feel like you need to have that confidence level with somebody to share those momentums of money and power with somebody, to share that moment and feel secure. And maybe that person needs to provide you a lot of stability in order to make your financials work. So that's something that I'm seeing here. We've got the Magician, the 10 of Wands, and the Death card. So I'm almost thinking that there has to be some action before it's too late, okay? So maybe some of you have not been taking a lot of time or doing serious efforts here in making money, or maybe it's just been kind of on the sideline, or even having too many jobs and not enough money kind of thing. But I feel like you're burning yourself out with a lot of different scenarios and different things, without like all these challenges, but without actually seeing the reward. I feel like that you need to change things around, pile number one, in order to make or succeed and make things happen for yourself. There's just a lot of factors here that you're not seeing right at the moment. So we've got the 9 of Wands, the Justice, and the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're holding yourself back because of the fact that maybe there's something else that's happening right now that it's making you think twice about creating something for yourself or changing the pattern elsewhere. I feel like that you need that support from that individual or family or friends, whatever it is, that you need that support in order to continue on furthering yourself a step further, like a bigger step or a step further. I feel like that you have to feel like that you have to pinch all of your coins together, maybe saving, maybe trying to feel more stable, insecure, in order to balance your situation out. So there's a lot of factors here with you, pile number one, and your finance, and seeing where this goes. There's a lot of ambition, but yet you're always crying over some spilled water or spilled wine, I guess. So there's like, oh, I want to be this big, or I want to do this, but I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. So I feel like you need people to tell you consistently, yes, you're good at, you're doing, you're great, you're whatever, then versus you actually taking that initiative yourself, and that you feeling that those decisions and actions are coming from you. The Ace of Swords is trying to tell you like, hey, you've got this. You can hold that sword, okay, and you're not going to get burnt, or you're not going to get, I guess, stabbed or whatever, cut. So you have to take that initiative. We got the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Yes. Remember how I said this is the yes card? I'm going to tell you this again, okay? That there is news coming ahead, okay? There's that good news. You're going to be, like, this is coming in with a bang. You know that one particular cup that you can't get your eyes off of, that one thing that you really, really desire, that you think it's out of your league or out of your step or zone? This is the one that is happening for you. This is the one that you're going to be receiving, okay, in time. So January is going to be presenting itself with a lot of challenges for you, pile number one, but there's a lot of options here and a lot of motivational situations that you're going to be seeing the strength and the objective of moving forward into new beginnings and actually hitting the mark, okay? So the 4 of Cups, okay, not everything is going to appear the way it does appear, okay? That one particular cup, that one thing that you were looking for, is eventually going to be coming true if you so desire. The 8 of Cups is telling me so too. There's going to be that change, that shift in the way that you think, okay? And once that shift comes, then money is going to be coming into your house. Money is going to be coming in, all right? And let's see what else we've got with my little abundance cards and seeing where this leads you. And then we'll move on. I will be debt-free. See, money is coming. And I will manifest the wealth I deserve. We were just talking about this. So clearly, pile number one, I feel like that you're like all over this, all right? Okay, and January is going to be like a super duper month of getting things started. Don't be alarmed because it's coming. All right, let's do a quick glance and overlook at your overall energy for the January month. And then I will let you guys be. So let's go with my let's go with my witchy ones. I like my witchy ones. And see what your overall energy is at. All right, so we're going to keep the 6 of coins there because that's pretty much your overall. But we're going to see what else we've got, pile number 1, for the rest of it. All right, so we've got the Devil, the 3 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. All right, so I feel like you kind of have to take a step back. This is your overall energy, taking a step back, seeing what is kind of not really, you're not trusting that person, you're not trusting that situation. Remember how we were saying before, there was some kind of trust issues. So I feel like that you're not trusting it, and you shouldn't, because I feel like that this person is not meant to give you good news, all right? And that it's going to put a little bit sour taste in your mouth. So in January, please be careful, pile number 1, of things that are happening and things that are being said behind your back, because this is important for you. The overall energy is kind of stuck back, and don't let people get you, all right? Don't let people, even if they say crappy things about you, who cares, pile number 1? Who gives a crap? You're like so much better, and you know better, and you know that this is just an experience, a life experience. Don't take it too hard, because it will put you down if you so think so. The Emperor is reminding you that things are going to be, you're going to be strong, that you're going to be feeling powerful and motivated. Don't let people put you down. So we've got the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. All right, so we see here the Emperor, and we also see the King of Cups. Somebody's settling down, chilling, and seeing things in a different perspective. I kind of feel like they're almost like the same kind of individual with the capes. They've got the blue, but one is with armor and the other one isn't. All right, chilling with his cup like by the ocean. So obviously there's that different of opinion situation that are coming into your life as well. I feel like this is more like the energy of the middle of the month, where you're seeing that things are going to be balancing themselves out, that you're going to be seeing those new opportunities building up. And you're also the 6 of Cups, even in reverse. It's showing me that there might be that miscommunication, but it's okay, because we see that with the 6 of Coins, that things are not always going to be balancing out. But I feel like you're going to be bringing on with the Ace of Wands, and which we've had that also, I believe, in your reading as well. And if it wasn't the Ace of Wands, maybe it was a different ace. But anyways, coming into with a new beginning and new situations for you that is going to make you feel more calm and collective. Let's see what else we've got here. The King of Swords. We've got a lot of kings here. So I feel like that confidence level is boosting. Confidence level is going to be coming in extremely fast for you. Extremely, I'm going to say quick. All right. Because we're seeing the king here in full armor, kind of being a little bit like, or the Emperor, sorry, but to me it's kind of like a king, and he's kind of full armored, okay, unsure of himself. Then you're kind of chillaxing a little bit. It's like that chilled energy of the King of Cups, kind of enjoying his kind of scenario there at the beach. And then we've got the King of Swords, who's kind of like, okay, now we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty, and we're gonna like put this down. We got this new ideas now. We're going, and we're seeing the new objective. What is it, and how can we get there? And I feel like with the 9 of Swords in reverse, and also the Knight of Cups, is that you're going to be putting less effort into those people that are no longer needed, and you're going to be putting less effort into what you have done wrong. And I'm going to put that in exclamation, because I feel like that's just the way that you thought this was happening, but in theory is just the way that they are feeling about scenarios. And it's time for you to move on, pretty much. Even the Fool is saying, you know what, even though that you don't feel like it's time, I feel like it's time to let certain people out of your life, and it's time to move on. The Magician in reverse and the 10 of Wands. Stop carrying all those burdens for everybody else. Let them go. Let them heal yourself, okay? Let them go. The 7 of Swords, again, we're seeing that again, that deceit, okay, coming in with the devil as well. Let these people go. The Lovers, there you go. I feel like that this is where I'm going to leave you guys, is by saying, you know, get this January is a time of letting go, releasing those peeps that no longer are needed. So anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, do your thing. Hopefully you like this one, and we will see you next time. Hasta luego. Hello, welcome, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your 2023 January and seeing what's going on. Let's start off. I'm going to do them in sections. I'm going to start off with romance, money, and overall energy of this month. So let's get started here with your romance and see if there's anything at all for you, pile number 2. If there isn't, I sure will tell you. So we've got the the Eight of Pentacles. Jeez, I can't speak. We've got the Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles. So, and obviously the Three of Staff, but we'll get to that. So each one, I'm going to be adding the Three of Staff as part of your reading in each situation. Now, even though that I feel like this has to do with financials as well, but I feel like this is something that you are feeling overwhelmed about right now, even with that somebody. So whether or not this has to do with building up confidence and a situation, building up that life with this person, I feel like that you've been putting a lot of hard work, a lot of energy, and improving and trying to see this person come to life with you, and that you've been putting a lot of your effort and hard work, and maybe possibly they have too. So this is the week, or the beginning of January. I feel like that there's going to be a lot of effort into your relationship with somebody, and feeling that you're getting to that point that, you know, maybe that it's going to be rewarding enough for you in the long run. For some of you, I even feel like this is going to be either a marriage proposal, or somebody's going to be extremely happy to be with you, and maybe even some people might even have anniversaries or some parties to go to, a celebration in some sort, maybe even a birthday. So if you're in January, happy birthday to you. So we've got the Five of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Hangman. Clearly there is some situation that's been happening in the past that you're finally clearing, and feeling those challenges come to about, and moving on. I feel like from those, nothing is really what it seems. I'm getting here as a situation for you, pile number 2, is that nothing always is where it's supposed to be. I feel like with the Three of Staff, you're actually seeing in that new direction, and especially with this relationship, or any given relationship, whether it's romantically or anything else like a friendship, that you're seeing always the bigger picture. Like, you're always seeing the good things about it, not just the bad. You don't always look at or nitpick, you know, of each relationship. You're always trying to see the most positive situation, until obviously they show you something extremely negative, where you kind of take a step back and think, you know, is this really for me or not, and then make those decisions. We're seeing again the Nine of Pentacles here. We also see the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups. For some of you that are single, I feel like this is the time and opportunity to actually put yourself out there and find the one, all right? So January, it seems like a cold month, but to be honest with you, I feel like it's that new beginning that everybody's looking for. So a lot of people are going to be involved in, you know, being on social media and trying to see what opportunities are out there. For the ones that are already in engagement or in a relationship already, I feel like this is all the continuation from your hard work and ethics to be moving into the right direction, especially with the Nine of Pentacles and also the Two of Cups. It's showing me that there's progression, that there's that sense of love and connection with you and that person, and it's going nowhere. All right, I mean, going nowhere like in a bad way. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Cups, Mamma Mia, pile number 2, and the Temperance. All right, so you're kind of juicing this one up. All right, so I feel like at the end of January, you're going to be seeing yourself as not as motivated to start up something, but if you have something, you're going to hang on to it and you're kind of juicing it up. All right. So when I'm saying juicing it up, it's just going to be like a whole balancing situation. You're going to be taking care of the relationship. You're going to be, you know, holding on to what you've got. You're not really in the mood of arguing and setting up new, you know, situations. You're kind of wanting to let things kind of like settle into a new routine if you don't already have one. Now, given like for myself that I am married, and by the way, today is my wedding anniversary, haha. Anyways, I feel like that if for those people that are married, that this is also going to just be a very nonchalant, uh, you know, hardworking month, that there's not very much obstacles ahead. And that for some of you is really good news, because who wants obstacles in January? I know I don't. So I feel like with everybody here, I feel like this is kind of like it's going to be a very easygoing month for you. Let me get out my little cards here and see what they have in store as well for you. Wow, see, my love. So obviously you're feeling a lot of love for this person. Smile, live every moment, and adventure begins. So for those of you that are single and looking for somebody, Curly, this is that new adventure. Smile, live every moment. I feel like this is also pertaining to the Three of Staffs as well, saying, you know what, you always see the good in people. And also, my love is clearly what it says, that you are, you know, in that romantic situation of January of being happy. Anyways, so not much else there going on there, pile number 2, for romantically or romance or whatever you want to call it. So let's get into finances here and see what else we've got going on here. And those just kind of threw themselves at me, so let's get them out and see what we've got. So we've got the Six of Swords, the Judgment, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so in your finances, you're going to be turning things, you're going to be changing things around, you're kind of moving things around. I feel like I'm going to say with the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune, that there is not just moving things around, but you're actually taking charge of a situation. All right, so I feel like you're moving on from something, taking charge of the situation, and maybe even taking charge of your finances, in that sense that you're kind of balancing your books now. You're checking out where January is, what's leading you to that, what's the cause and effect. There you go. So we've got the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, and Seven of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the first thing that I got here is that you're going to be creating structure. So whatever you're kind of putting in your books and kind of finding where the money is gone, I feel like you're going to be intensively looking at your finances and feeling that you need to put things into perspective and you need to put this into structure. Obviously that there has been some additional finances or some challenges because of obviously the holidays and whatever else. And if you're not a big spender, maybe there has been other challenges previously that have cost a lot of money, like, you know, I don't know, something breaking down, like a car or something like that, or even just a small appliance, whatever it is that you needed to invest money on, that now you're kind of needing to structure yourself and make sure that you keep this money tight. Okay, so if it's $200 here, $100 there, you know, $50 there, that you're going to be structuring it correctly so you can pay all your bills on time. I feel like that this is also a challenging time for you because it does have a lot of anxiety and emotions involved with it, by trying to get things back to normal, back to it. All right, it takes a lot of courage for you to set those goals, set that situation back in motion, and feel that you're back in control. All right, so there's a lot of things happening there with your finances that you need to kind of watch out for. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Moon, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you, it could be also something that is occurring that you weren't expecting, that you've been kind of, I think that some of you are willing to make sacrifices in order to make those finances go or better. But some of you are also upset of how it's come to that point that you can't see past it and you can't see new offers coming in. I feel like that this is something that you've been challenging yourself and dreaming about opportunities, even maybe even goals in new direction at work, but it just hasn't been really happening for you. The position, the situation is offered, but I just feel like there's something else going on in your life that has stopped or put a stop to it. All right, so we've got the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor. See how we've got the new beginnings, this prosperity. So obviously that you've been, you're needing, yeah, this is all about you kind of taking control. This is going on and on and on and on, and I feel like I'm getting the exactly same thing back and forth. All right, reassessing, changing things, moving things behind, turning the wheels, challenge yourself. You know, there's a lot of dreams happening with the Moon, the High Priestess. So I feel like you're dreaming a lot, but you're not putting it into action. You know, you got to set it in stone. Set your goals. Put your goals aside. Let's see what else comes up. My little manifesting cards here of abundance. And see what else we get. All right. I always have enough money. Opportunities ahead. And career change. See, this is what we were speaking of, all right? So obviously there is that like money that's coming in, or, you know, that's, I wouldn't say coming in, but I feel like that once you have that career change opportunity and not just wishing or, you know, dreaming about it, but actually leading to it, this is going to change for you, the career change for sure, and also the opportunities ahead. This is all eminent information that is set here for you, and I didn't even get to the Three of Staff, but I feel like this is all kind of in conjunction to that. So let's just check out your overall energy for January, and then yeah. All right, let's see what else we've got going on. I'll try to keep this one brief because I've been going on for a while. All right, pile number 2, what do we have? All right, so we've got the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and the World. All right, okay, so we see a lot of wind happening here. You see how she's kind of in the wind. The Ace of Swords, it's in the wind. The World, the hat's kind of like in the wind. All right, so I feel like that there's a lot of things saying this all has to flow. Okay, this all has to kind of go in the wind and make things happen differently. All right, I feel like the Empress is the most loveliest lady in the deck. I feel like very you know, it's a confirmation of womanhood, pretty much, and also it does come with bearing fruit, right? And being that, I feel like this also is a confidence booster for you, pile number 2, in the month of January. Okay, and holding that sword up high and saying, yes, the world is there for your abundance to kind of show up, for your challenges to be met. I feel like there's going to be more options for you this month, and you're going to be able to adhere to those options. Okay, not feeling poor anymore, not feeling that you have to fight with people anymore. You know, that you're fighting against and for yourself. All right, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the in reverse, we've got the Five of Cups, and the Strength. All right, so obviously you think that abundance is not coming in, and I'm going to tell you that the information that we've gotten from the money situation previous to in the abundance cards is that you're going to have enough money coming in. There's always like that sense of discouragement by seeing things that are not happening right away. But I feel like the month of January is all about those changes and those movements, and especially for you, pile number 2 is all about the way you're feeling and feeling confident. So we've got the Page of Cups, the Justice, and the Page of Pentacles. And I'm going to say with this, that the month of January's full perspective here is for you to kind of be creative, think of those new opportunities, challenge yourself, like we said, all right, and then see that money coming in your door. The overall energy here is to look within. Okay, take time to look within and see what you really, really want to do, and then go for it. January is going to be a very good month for you, pile number 2, and I can't wait for you guys to tell me how this has gone for you. And, also, don't forget to check out my other videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, because that is awesome. Thank you so much if you already have, and I'm hoping to see you in the next one. Hasta luego. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining. We are looking at 2023's January. All right, seeing what we've got going on here. We're going to start off with romance, work our way through money, and overall energy for the month. So let's get started here. We've got the Death card in reverse. All right, and let's see what else comes up, and then we'll talk about the Death card, which each segment. All right, so we've got the King of Wands, the Lovers, and the 9 of Wands. All right, so I feel like that it's funny because I see the King of Wands looking at the Death card, and I feel like that there's that sense of something happened along the way last year in the 2022 that made this person wonder, should they leave or should they stay? But according to what I see here is that there's no rebirth or, or anything like that with the Death card happening that is showing me that this person really wants to leave or depart. So we're seeing that they're looking at it as contemplation of maybe, because the other person has felt really either upset, hurt, or also kind of wary about them in some way or shape or form. And you're also wondering about the love connection. So we see here that the Lovers is right in the spanking middle, but this person seems a little hurt, and this person seems like they don't know which direction to take. So for some of you, it could potentially be that things have not been going very well in your relationship, and you're kind of contemplating whether or not the one person's hurt, the other one might be thinking about going or not going, and there's just that if or what is happening. So let's see what else we've got, pile number 3, because it just seems like there's a lot of stuff happening in that situation right now. So again, we're seeing the Page of Wands looking in one direction, the Knight of Wands looking in the other, and the Chariot right in the spanking middle. All right, so it's kind of like, which direction do you take? All right, why are these people continuously separated? The one is going further, the other one doesn't want to look ahead. There's a new journey happening. It's kind of like people are going in their opposite directions, maybe not looking at the challenges properly, or not looking at each other and seeing where this leads. So I feel like that there's a miscommunication of some sort with both parties here, and that neither of them are challenging themselves to speak to one another. And I feel like this is why the Death card is so important here, because the one person is still contemplating about whether or not they should actually attempt to leave. All right, and it seems like it gets closer and closer by the minute, as this person now is not even looking back at the Lovers anymore. It's kind of staring at the other side by saying, maybe this is time for me to look away as well. And nobody's actually looking at what's happening in between them, what that love connection is, how this could be a movement forward than versus, on the sides of one another. So I feel like there's a lot of mixed, or I would say mixed signals maybe, or that people are just not really seeing one another very much. All right, so we've got the Six of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Magician. Okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is somebody's holding the cards, all the cards, okay? So maybe somebody has to hold the hold on the other person. So I feel like that this person here, the one that feels like a little bit um, on the hurt side, it feels like, you know, maybe moving on to a different direction, has had enough, or whatever, is holding the cards to something. I feel like that this person here maybe feels like, you know, they're not given enough, or they're not getting as much attention as they needed in order to make this situation work. All right. With the Justice, again, we're seeing all these major arcanas. It's kind of like, take a look at us. All right. Observe, come close, look at our, like, look in the middle. All right. What are you not seeing? I feel like the Justice card is saying, you know, this proclamation of information that is wasted. All right. I don't even know if those words are actually together, but that's exactly what I just heard in my head. So I had to put that out there. But for whatever reason, pile number 3, somebody is just not listening. Somebody is just not, somebody's holding all the cards. The other person is not feeling that they're paid attention to. So there's a lot of different things. Boundaries. There's no boundaries. There's nothing. There's 3 of Cups. There's the Wheel of Fortune. And then there's the 7 of Wands. All right, so this person clearly wants that affection back. This person really wants that attention. They want to feel, you know, back in the game. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be turning for you, pile number 3. And I feel like at the end of January, things are going to be back in motion. There's still that sense of holding back, maybe even feeling like that you have to fight a little bit. Maybe it's because you, like, this person has betrayed you in the past and you still feel kind of worried about it. Let me see what else I get from this. The Page of Swords again, yeah. So I feel like that there's that sense of that flight or fight kind of thing still inflicts a lot of damage and pain in this relationship. So I'm not sure if this is going to be exactly, I know that this person wants it. Now this person here is a different story, but please, I feel like that the Wheel of Fortune is kind of overturning things. So if you guys can make this work, by all means. And I'm sorry, this is a lot of information and it might be pertaining to just some of you, and I apologize, but if you don't really like this area right now the way it is and you're not really into the romance, we're going to get into the money business in a couple of seconds here. Let me just pull out 3 of these beautiful little magic cards that I made, and then we'll move on to every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. I feel like that you guys need to work on this, seriously. The best version of you, and let's relax. So I feel like this here, this is all about that situation. Relax, take a breather. Also the best version of you. Obviously, there, whatever it is that's going on here, it's like there's a lot, but I feel like there's a lot of love that is connected with you guys, and it's just not being seen right now. So January is going to be a challenge, but I feel like that you guys are going to be over it. All right, let's get into the money. People like money. I like money. Let's see what money is bringing us. All right, pile number 3. Okay, so the 13, the Death card is going to still remain the same. It's going to stay there for the remainder. But let's see what we've got coming here. All right, so we've got the Moon, the 5 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. All right, pile number 3. What is going on with you lately? All right, so I feel like that you're dreaming for something that you haven't gotten yet. This is like a wishful thinking situation with you, pile number 3, and your money and opportunities. The way that you're seeing things right now are feeling a little bit, you know, not the greatest. There's a lot of sorrow. There's a lot of crying for things, and instead of kind of just being like more positive about it, I feel like there's this negative vibe surrounding your money and financials in the month of January. All right, so hey, you spend the money, you spent it. All right, there's nothing to cry over. You'll make more, I promise you. This is not the end of it. Pile number 3, it's not, but I feel like that you are taking a lot of situation right now, and for some of you it could be very much like that though, right? That there's an imminent loss of whatever, and it's challenged you deeply right at the moment in January, and and we need to figure out how to get out of it, okay? I feel like that there is going to be that supporting strength that you need. I feel like that you're still kind of hurt about whatever is coming around, and possibly this could also be about that relationship. Maybe there's money that that is missing or not being managed properly, and maybe that's the other reason why things that are coming in. So we've got the Ace of Wands here and the Nine of Cups. There's other things that are going to be coming in, okay? There's going to be other opportunities out there. I feel like that there's going to be a lot of new movement in January, and especially, I'm going to say middle of January is where you're going to be seeing a change here. Not everybody's going to get a new job. Not everybody's going to see new beginnings, but I definitely see that with the Ace of Wands, things are going to be progressing into a new direction for you, pile number 3. And if you've chosen this, is for a reason. All right, I feel like this is going to be coming in and providing you a little bit more happiness, maybe positively. Some additional money maybe coming in, or maybe you got a second job or something like that, and you're going to be feeling that those times of, you know, crying over it might be over. You're going to see a lot of Seven of Cups. You're going to see a lot of choices, all right? You're going to see a lot of, and it says here even extremes, okay? So you're going to see a lot of good, but also a lot of challenges at the same time, which we're seeing another Ace of Cups here with new beginnings, and also maybe even possibly relationships building, maybe with a new job situation, you'll be building new relationships, or even coming into more money. We also have got the Ace of Swords. I mean, what can I tell you here? That you've got all these aces coming about, because it's telling you that these decisions and challenges that are coming ahead are also going to be bringing in new things into your life, okay? So don't despair, because money is coming your way, pile number 3. This is not all set in stone. Look at that. The Ace of Pentacles. Seriously? Like, you've got all aces out. Like, what else can I tell you? Might as well just throw you all the aces and say, bloody hell, new beginning coming your way, bada boom, bada bang, and leave everything else, because the rest is like comic compared to what you're getting here. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords. Clearly, some of you are going to be leaving something and kind of moving forward, seeing things on in a different way, different perspective. You're not going to feel as frustrated, or you're going to not. Like, with the aces, I feel like that this is all those challenges ahead that you're going to be seeing, that are going to be releasing some of that frustration and discovering new opportunities out there. Take that time for yourself and to discover new opportunities, and seeing why these aces are all coming out here for you. Because I feel like, even though that there's that I guess, like, I'm going to say stuckness with the Death card here, that those opportunities are not really coming out right now. I feel like that this is just that progression of movement for you into that new set of mind. I feel like pile number 3, this is all a state of mind, but let's go ahead and get my little super duper manifesting cards, or abundance cards that I call them, and see if we get some clarity. And also, I just want to point out that we're going to be doing a quick overall energy and seeing as to why. Jeez. All right. So they're kind of, I control my destiny, trust the universe for results. Seriously, there's no way I could have told you anything. I will quit my job when I'm ready. So to be honest with you, I don't think I could have said this any better than my little duper super duper cards here of what is actually happening in your money situation at the moment in January. All right, but I feel like this is all going to be changing for you, so keep that all in mind, pal number 3. And let me just get to the overall quick review here and seeing what it is like. All right, so we've got the Chariot, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords. Okay, so what is your overall energy? Well, I'm going to say what we've been saying all along here is that you're kind of looking for a direction, and right now maybe it's the time to kind of like let it all sink in before you do in January, okay? So there's a lot of things, especially we were talking about your romance, that there's some shaky ground right now, and we see that with the Three of Swords as well, that there's some shaky ground and that you need some time to kind of figure all this out. There's a lot happening in your life, pile number 3, right at the moment. And things are going to be coming your way. You're going to make that magic work. And you're going to be seeing that headaches, that, you know, like feeling kind of gloomy. And you're going to make that work, all right? Even though the Magician is upside down, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. What it means is that right now you're still kind of looking for your options and observing what they are and seeing the magic happen before your eyes, slowly, but it's happening. All right, so your overall energy, I feel like that is supported. Like, you're carrying so much on your own that you're feeling that you're not supported enough, and you need to feel supported. Again, this is about communication as well. The 7 of Swords, it's kind of like taking things on your own. Again, you're seeing that, I guess it's a theft card, but to me, this one here kind of reveals that you're carrying a lot. You're carrying here the burden of the wands, you're carrying here the burden of the swords, and you're also trying to find that love connection at the same time. So I feel like this is overall saying you need to start trusting more and trusting the universe that it's going to give you what you want, but also it's time to reflect and maybe communicate your situation with that person or that somebody. We've got the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. This is also clear to me that we're looking at 2 directions here again, and you're just trying to find the way to go. All right, so pile number 3, I'm going to leave you with that because I think that is kind of your overall energy, and I feel like that you need to find that direction and motivation and where to go. If you do like this video, and hopefully you did, I hope that you come back and love, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. And also, check out my other videos. They are super duper. And if you're into finance as well, there's some really good ones out there right now. And we will see you next time. Hasta luego.